Good evening, everyone, and we welcome you to Bishop Chatard High School. We have high school basketball on this Wednesday night. Tonight, the Trojans look for their third win of the season. They come into this contest at 2-6. They're hosting the Hornets of Beech Grove. Enter tonight's contest at 3-9. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer since 1955. Passion to Care, delivering care with more than 24 years of experience. Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled and highly motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community. Burtner Electric, your trusted electrician partner since 1986. The Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you and your family. Piper Logistics, your trusted logistics partner since 1994. Aspen Creek Grill. Why go anywhere else? They have the largest selection of great food made from scratch and very affordable. Highway Safety Services. For over 60 years combined experience in traffic control and pavement markings in Indiana, Highway Safety Services. And the IndianaSRN sports page. Follow the sports page every day. Updated news from coast to coast. Log on to IndianaSRN.org and click on the sports page tab. Troy Naragowski, Tony Donahue with you. Tonight it is a cold night outside. Two teams trying to get back on the winning side of things, and they're hoping to start tonight. As we mentioned, Beech Grove at 3-9, and Bishop Chatard is at 2-6, but they've lost 3 out of their last 4. And something's got to give tonight. You're in a brand new year now. That calendar year is behind you, 2024, and you're hoping maybe to get something going starting this evening.
You mentioned how cold it is. It needs to be warm, and the shooting needs to heat up for both sides. 37% for Chatard from the field, 39% from Beech Grove. And what's this week in practice been like, right? You've been off of school because of the Christmas and the New Year's break, and then, all of a sudden you get ready to get back into your rhythm of going to school, having practice, having shoot-arounds, and, we get a bunch of snow, so you get an extra day or two where you probably didn't practice. Maybe your legs aren't as strong as what they were before the break. You've had a lot of Christmas cookies, those type of things. But, if you're Chatard, I think if you're both teams, I think the message, as you mentioned, and it was a great point, you turn the calendar and you say, look, what happened in 2024 is in 2024. Let's look ahead. Let's get better. Let's focus. What else are we going to do besides play basketball? We're not going to go outside and shovel snow. We definitely don't want to do that. Let's just get back to basketball. Stay with the basics. Stay with the fundamentals. And if you're Chatard, you're going, look, we're 2-6 on the season. We've got a Beech Grove team that's been struggling as well coming in. This is a get-right night for us. And as Jim Irsay said the other day, let's go 1-0 in 2025 and see where that takes us and how much momentum that we can gain here. And that starts always on your home court.
Well, this is a Beech Grove team. We mentioned 3-9. David Sanders in his first year at the helm. They were 2-2 after 4 games, and then they lost 7 in a row. Ended up losing their last contest at Tri-West. Young team, couple of freshmen. In fact, I think maybe even 3 freshmen will get significant time for them tonight.
Yeah, and, we've learned with a lot of young teams is they fall in love with bad shots, and they fall in love with bad shots early. This is a team at Beech Grove that shoots 25% from the three-point line. So pump, fake, and drive. Don't settle for that outside jumper. Look, if you have an open look, take it. But I think the key tonight for Beech Grove is to get those high percentage, get into the paint. They have a little bit of a size advantage. I think they're a lot quicker than what we'll see for Chatard. Get Chatard running backwards, and that means get them in transition off of their misses and run with the basketball and finish in transition. I think that's the way that Beech Grove can stay out ahead tonight. Now, as far as Chatard goes, look, this is one of those teams that they're 62% from the free throw line. You want to see that get into the 70s for sure. Cashmore, the senior, they also, they're an experienced team. They have experience, and I think you just kind of come out tonight and say, you know what? What's in the past, in the past. Let's slow down on offense. Let's work the ball inside out. So I think you're going to see 2 kind of different tempos on both sides. Who can impose that will and make the other team play their game and their tempo is going to be the team that wins tonight.
Well, you just mentioned a little bit about Cashmore, and we're going to talk a little bit about Bishop Moore, a freshman for Beech Grove, 11.3 points, 5.9 rebounds. He shoots at a pretty good clip at 49%. Not so good beyond the three-point line, but he's the only double-digit scorer tonight for Beech Grove.
Yeah, 11 points, 5 rebounds per. Everything's going to go through him. We're going to have the battle of the Moors. We've got Cashmore and we've got Bishop Moore. Bishop Moore's a freshman. A lot to learn. And as you mentioned, David Sanders, the record in his first year. I think you're going, okay, let's give these seniors one last year to go out and become those leaders for some of these sophomore and freshmen that are going to take over the squad. I think you're looking at Beech Grove as a 4 to 5 year plan here. Look, we've got a really good freshman in Bishop Moore. Let's get him as much experience as we can. Let's keep him healthy, and let's keep him learning night in and night out. And when when you're number one player and your leading scorer is a freshman, that usually leads to a lot of losses, a lot of learning experiences. You've lost 7 of 8. You're 3-9 on the season. So continuing to get Bishop more and more looks against different teams like Chatard, as we know, that can spread it out, that has some size, has some length. This is going to be a big challenge tonight for Bishop Moore.
We're going to come back, talk more about Bishop Chatard. We mentioned they've lost 3 out of the last 4. This coming after we had a game when they beat a Washington team and actually shot as well as they may have shot in the last several years. We'll talk about the Trojans next here on IndianaSRN.
Hello and welcome to Game Day. My name is Keith Myers. I'm the Vice President of IndianaSRN. We're glad that you joined us today. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
You know, we were talking a little bit ago about Beech Grove and David Sanders in his first year. This is a Matt Bowling season. He's in his first year. As we said, they really shot well in that game against Washington, but they still are very inconsistent coming into this one tonight.
Yeah, and when you have inconsistent basketball, you have to look at your third, fourth, fifth highest scores, which is usually going to be in that 4 to 7 point range. That's what they have tonight. Xavier Lloyd averaging 5, Evan Tomlin averaging 4. Can those guys step up? Can they take that next level to where they went from averaging just 4 points and 2 rebounds? Can they push that to 8 points and 4 rebounds? Can they double their productivity? Can they get out there and give them more than just, a couple screens and a couple rebounds? If those guys can step up, it'll elevate the game of the rest of the starters, guys like Cashmore that we know are averaging double-digit figures each game so far this season.
Well, as you said a little bit ago, neither one of these teams are exactly shooting very well, and when you're only averaging nearly 50 and just over 50, you can kind of tell they struggle offensively.
Yeah, and both of these teams have given up a lot of points, especially in their losses. They've given up a lot of points, and a lot of times you find yourself down early, 10, 12 points, and you're going, I have to shoot the 3. I have to get us back into this basketball game by shooting the 3, and you don't necessarily have to do that. So you want to get off to a good start here, but you want to keep tempo with the opposition.
When we come back in a few moments, we'll get the starting lineups and the tip-off coming up, and Tony will have keys to the game on both sides of the basketball. It's coming up next right here on IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Back here at Bishop Chatard, the Hornets and the Trojans now moments away from tonight's tip-off. Let's go to our public address announcer for tonight's starting lineups.
Starting at guard, a 6'2 senior, number 5, Anthony Huff. At guard, a 6'3 senior, 12, Tyrus Reed. Starting at forward, a 6'3 senior, 11, Taekwon Lee. At forward, a 6'4 senior, 24, Jason Sowell. And starting at forward, a 6'4 freshman, 35, Bishop Moore. The head coach of the Hornets, David Sanders. And now the starting lineup for your Bishop Chatard Trojans. Starting at guard, a 5'11 junior, number 2, Chris Hill. At guard, a 5'10 senior, number 3, Cash Moore. At guard, a 6'1 sophomore, number 10, Ari Som. At forward, a 6'3 senior, 11, Evan Toman. And starting at forward, a 6'4 junior, 24, Connor Murphy. Bishop Chatard assistant coaches.
There are your starters for tonight's matchup. And, Tony, you talked about these two teams pretty much in depth earlier, but let's talk about keys to this one overall.
Yeah, Cash Moore, baby. Cashing it all night. Look, this is a guy that he can score 10. He's scored upward of 15, 16 a game per night. The ball's going to work through him. Now for Beech Grove, get in the high percentage looks, as mentioned. Don't settle for that three-point shot. They haven't shot well from downtown distance all season long, so work inside out. I think we'll see Chatard with a little bit of a size advantage, so important for Beech Grove to box out, get rebounds, don't allow second chance opportunities, and off those missed shots from Chatard, push it in the transition and get yourself going up and down.
By the way, tonight's broadcast, a copyright production of IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. Any use of audio or video without the express written permission of IndianaSRN and the IHSAA is strictly prohibited. And the tip will be won by Bishop Chatard. We are underway. Again, it's Moore, Hill, Tommen, Som, and Murphy. And Murphy, by the way, was not a starter at the beginning of the season. In fact, he had played in the JV, but then played so well over the last several games. He's now in the starting lineup here tonight. The penetration, it'll be Tommen on the baseline drive, the kick out, and the jumper good. Ari Som gets things started.
Very patient set there. Chatard swings the ball well there. Dribble drive penetration. Double team comes, kick out. Great look at a three. Som knocks it down.
By the way, keep an eye on 35 Bishop Moore. You see the freshman at the top of the key right there. He is setting the high screen. Taekwon Lee on the drive. And the ball thrown near midcourt. It'll be over and back and an early turnover.
Yeah, and, just kind of the pressure coming to them and throwing it away here. Here you see the penetration and then the kick out for the three. Som sets his feet, squares those shoulders towards the basket, and knocks it home.
I'm going to ask you real quick, as Bishop Chatard has the basketball, why is it that when players drive that baseline that opposite side forward doesn't go down there and prevent that pass in the corner?
Yeah, no, it's tough. you kind of get scrambled when you see the penetration. You're going, oh, there's a double team. Who do I need to go cover? And by the time you kind of look back to see where you need to recover to, that ball's already been passed and put in the air.
Seems easy to me, right?
It's tough, but communication, right? Communication, you should know where things are as they miss a 3 here and a nice rebound. But there needs to be defensive communication because you can't see behind you.
It'll be Bishop Chatard basketball leading at 3-0. Beech Grove missing, as Tony mentioned, that 3 a moment ago. Cash Moore leads this team in scoring at 12.9 points per game. That is Moore with a basketball. He nearly loses it. Somm will pick it up, and a drive down the lane, a possible travel, no whistle, and a foul call, and Evan Tomlin will go to the line for 2.
It's like they're playing man-to-man up top above the arc, but they have a floating defender who's been spending some time in the lane saying, we're not going to let you drive in here. We'll give up that three-point shot or that outside look, but if you come down here, you're going to get double-teamed, and we've seen that on the first 2 possessions defensively for Beech Grove.
Tomlin at the line missed the first of 2. Tomlin averaging 4.6 points per game. That last foul on Bishop Moore. So Moore picks up his first, averaging 11.9 points per game. As we mentioned earlier, he's the only player in double figures for Beech Grove. So now the lead at 4-0.
I like the backcourt pressure here, kind of trying to get them offset. They've forced a long shot and a turnover on the first 2 possessions offensively for Beech Grove. So trying to get them uncomfortable early and make them change their game plan.
Soule gets cut off. He picks up his dribble. The bounce pass goes in the corner, and they're going to say it's going to be Hornets basketball. Nope, they're going to change it. The official, nope, he's changing it again. So he actually pointed the other way. It's actually got to go this way.
It's Mr. TikTok. It's gone viral a few times on the TikToks here. Beech Grove get another opportunity, but a hard, they couldn't get it in there, and a nice job with the deflection. Goes all the way to Somm for the lay-in. So a nice job there of getting in the passing lane and a quick 6-0 run for Chatard to start it.
Timeout on the floor.
We're not here to just sell you another piece of software. We're here to helping you procure the licensing, manage and monitor those licenses over time.
Collaboration is very key when working with our clients. We are very much a partnering organization. We definitely work as a team to deliver solutions for our customers.
We're here to build relationships with customers, which is unique.
Hi, I'm Grayson, and our parents work in road construction. Every day they head out to make our roads safer and better for you. But did you know work zone deaths have increased 63% since 2010?
Wow, that's a lot. Please slow down and pay attention when you see all those orange signs. When you do, you're helping to keep our parents and everyone who works on the roads safe. Thanks for looking out for us.
This message is brought to you by your friends at Highway Safety Services. Stay safe, stay alert.
Back here at Bishop Chatard, tonight's game brought to you in part by Reynolds Farm Equipment, the leading equipment dealer serving farmers, homeowners, landscapers, and commercial contractors in Indiana. Nothing runs like a deer. Give them a call, 317-849-0810. After the Hornet timeout, nearly throw it away once again.
Yeah, 3 possessions, 2 turnovers here offensively for Beech Grove. Find themselves down 6-0.
Turnaround shot, no good there by Soule.
Good look, weird angle, especially when you're a lefty on that side. But a good look out of the break, out of the timeout. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Good look here at Evan Tomlin, 3 points. He, along with R.A. Somm, leads the team in scoring early as we have now made it past the 5-minute mark.
Beech Grove switching defensively. And a great job there to get in the passing lane to force the first turnover.
As we head the other way, we have a whistle and a foul call. Looks like it may be R.A. Somm. Nope, they're going to take it back. It'll be Cash Moore. By the way, if you're keeping up on Indiana USC, which I know you are, Tony.
Oh, yeah.
38-36. You're also keeping up on the Pacers tonight in Chicago, right?
At home against the Bulls, up 10. Nice backdoor pass right here. Just couldn't get it to go out of the inbound. So Beech Grove has had some really good opportunities inside the paint, which is what we talked about. You want to get some touches down low. Don't settle for that outside three. God, sometimes you just got to go old school, Troy, like you used to do and lay that thing off the window.
That's right. Sol, by the way, was the one who missed that shot. That is a three-point attempt by Som, no good. The battle for the loose basketball off the rebound, and eventually Hornets will come away with it.
Good look by Som, just left it short.
Lee feeds it to the wing. Wide open out front. The three is on the way and good. Anthony Huff.
Yeah, great job there for the extra pass. Huff puts it in, and on the board goes Beech Grove. But a great extra pass. Huff wide open, knocks it down.
By the way, for Anthony Huff, he matches his season average. Here's a three by Cash Moore, rims in and out.
Back-to-back missed threes from long range here for Chatard. And that's what the three ball does.
Straightaway three is up and good by Taekwon Lee, and just like that, this game has gotten a lot tighter.
Back-to-back threes ties us up. So a nice 6-0 run out of that timeout. And a
How about that shot?
Great patient layup there by Cash Moore, and he's on the board.
So now 8-6 your score. As we come up on 3 minutes, you see David Sanders there, who played his college basketball at IU East in Richmond. His hair's gotten longer, by the way.
And there's more right there. Shows you the size, shows you the speed, lays it in off the window and one. And Beech Grove looks for the first lead of the night.
Foul be called on Connor Murphy. One thing about Bishop Moore being just a freshman, think about what he's going to be like in another 3 years.
Well, you see the length. He's probably going to only continue to grow.
Yeah.
And I like his game. He's smooth. And we saw that, the confidence to turn and go straight to the rack.
Full court press now in a 9-8 Beech Grove lead, but a foul in the backcourt. They will get Brandon O'Kelly, who, by the way, they call him Bubby. He is in the lineup, picks up his first foul.
Yeah, we talk about basketball being a game of runs. A 6-0 run for Chatard to start. Now a 9-2 run via back-to-back three balls, and then the and one. Beech Grove right back into this.
Chris Hill broke the pressure in the lineup now for Bishop Chatard as well will be Zach McCormick, and you're right, there's a travel on Ari Som.
And Beech Grove is very athletic. This is an athletic, fast team, and we saw it there on the pump fake. They didn't bite, forced the turnover. That's the second turnover here for Chatard. Beech Grove hasn't turned the ball over on 4 straight possessions, and that's led to 9 points via the three ball and the and one.
The spin by Reed. Reed working there against Chris Hill, and we have a foul call. I think they may have gotten Beech Grove's Tyrus Reed.
Yeah, just got a little bit too far ahead of himself there, and that's going to be called 10 out of 10 times unless the refs look the other way, so a great call there. And then some defensive pressure here in the backcourt for Beech Grove.
That'll be Chris Hill across the timeline, and now they'll set it up in the half court. The drive with the left hand off the glass, Tommen.
Yeah, Tommen with a nice left-hander there off the glass. He's got 3 points here early in this first quarter.
So that'll be Hornets basketball. Bishop Moore. Again, he doesn't shoot really well from the outside, at least from three-point range.
I thought he was gonna prove you wrong right on cue there. But yeah, look, right here you got to find him. That cut right there that beats the defense, you've got to find him down there because he's got a wide open layup. There's got to be communication. He's got to have his hands up right here.
In the lane, the ball goes out of bounds, and it'll be off Taekwon Lee.
Look, Moore's got, when he flashes like that to the basket or when he came back up and flashed, because that's how you're going to break that pressure, is coming to around the free throw line area right there. You got to have your hands up. They're going to see you. You're a big boy. Get your hands up. Keep that ball above your head, and you're going to get a good bucket there. They missed him cutting to the rack. He would have had a wide open layup.
You know, not only you looked at the other side, if they'd have swung a quick enough or a skip pass, they had a guy wide open in the corner.
Yeah, and you got to communicate when you're double teamed. You got to let your teammate know where you are, who's open, and move that basketball.
Zach McCormick with the air ball at the other end of the floor. In the lineup now will be number 1, A.J. Priami. And Priami picks up the foul.
Yeah, McCormick there just kind of in no man's land, right? You're a step into the three-point line. You're fading away. You don't make contact with the rim. Not a good look there. Great backdoor pass here off of the screen. Double team came and lays it in off the window.
Tyrus Reed with his first bucket of the night. Pressure again by the Hornets. Chris Hill lost it.
Nice job there, getting dirty, getting on the ground, and here comes the Hornets in transition. They don't have numbers, but let's see if they can settle in for an offensive set here.
Good look here at Bubby O'Kelly, who again will give it up here on the near side to B.J. Maston, who is checked in now for the Hornets.
Great job there defensively for the Trojans of Bishop Chatard of fronting down low more and not letting him have space. So great job there by McCormick for getting that inside position defensively.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by the Morales Group. They're in business to create a better future for you, your family, and for the community we share. They can match you with the right career or hire the right candidate. The inbound, and that'll be Bishop Moore, who now has 5. Contact the Morales Group at 317-472-7600.
Beech Grove's done a great job with the inbound pass underneath the basket. They've gotten multiple good looks here in this first quarter, and that one you just throw it up and he's going to put it in. And a nice answer here on the opposite side for the second 3 ball of the first quarter for Chatard.
Yeah, Chris Hill now has 5, tied at 13.
I think you're holding for the last shot here. I think you're comfortable knowing that you are on a 13-7 run. You've kind of stole some momentum back here. Don't settle for a long jump shot. Nice bucket right there. You're going to take that.
Wow. Nice job by Bishop Moore now, 7.
Yeah, 7 first quarter points. You take the lead. And we talk about score, stop. Here's a mini little break right here, a little mini run that Beech Grove can get the bucket, and if they get a defensive stop, they're going to be feeling good.
Shot on the way, good. As we finish out the first period of play, Chatard leads it by 1.
Aspen Creek Grill, we are a from-scratch concept with comfort fresh food. You can expect a world-class experience. We've got incredible specials, great service. Everything that we do here is made from scratch. We hand-cut all our steaks in-house. Bring your family, come have some great food.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
High school basketball brought to you by Boilermaker Local 374. They represent highly skilled and motivated workers in field construction and metal fabrication in the state of Indiana. When you need a safe, dependable workforce for new build and upgrade or facility maintenance, you can count on Boilermaker Local 374 to do the job right the first time.
Back and forth in that first quarter. Chatard gets off to that 6-0 run, but then Beech Grove comes right back via the 3 ball. And it's all going through this guy right here, Moore.
He went up and under, lost the basketball, and then it was saved but was thrown out of bounds. Another turnover for the Hornets.
When you're at the rim and you have that size advantage, keep the basketball above the shoulders, because once you drop it below the chest, I think it's going to get stripped, ripped from you, taken away, and we saw it there. That was the 4th Beech Grove turnover of this first half.
In the corner, three-pointer is in and out by Priami. See Bishop Moore able to get the rebound.
You got a size advantage here. Look, you got to run him down low. It doesn't really do much for you up top unless he's setting screens, which he's not doing. So I think if you're Bishop Moore, you got to get down into the post, establish position. It's a 2-3 zone. Cut right there.
Yep.
Right there's the cut. Hands up. They didn't quite see him. But when you have a defender down low, number 1, who from here looks 5'4", and you're 6'4", flash across. They've got to find him. He's going to have a bucket almost every time.
Well, the thing is, you're right, because they didn't even look when he was coming across. He dribbled to the baseline instead of waiting for him to get there.
There's not a soul on that floor that when he has the basketball 2 feet away above his shoulder is going to be able to stop him. It's up to him if he can make it, which so far he's proven that he has. He obviously has 7 points here in this first half.
Here's a shot by Lloyd once again. He had hit that jumper earlier that got him a 3 to finish out, or I should say a 2 that finished out that first quarter. We have a jump ball.
Yeah, I like the call. Hand on the basketball. Kind of both players willing their way in each direction. It was a great call there. Maybe a quick call, but I did like that on the deflection. And they've really been letting these guys play so far here.
We've got another whistle. I think they're going to make him take it out again. We have a substitution, as we will see Tyrus Reed come back in. High school basketball brought to you in part by Passion to Care. More than 24 years of experience as a prestige healthcare company. Passion to Care. Give them a call at 317-537-1811. And we have a offensive foul call.
Moore's second foul.
And the first foul on DeJuan Rudolph, who is checked in the ball game. So Bishop Moore is out now.
Yeah, and that bodes well for Chatard. I mean, they didn't go to Moore as much as they should have, but 7 of their 15 points have came via Moore. Nice movement here to break the press. You got to get a look at a 3. You just couldn't quite get it to go. And now Chatard has numbers. And that's what happens when you have that 3-point shot going in. That's a charge.
And we will say a block for the outside official. That's going to go against Lacey Stevens, who had missed that shot at the other end of the floor. You know, you're talking about that, and Stevens had a wide open look at the other end, too. And those are the kind of things you want your players to bury, because you can't get any more wide open than that.
And what's the confidence level, right? You've got to know in front of you what's a good shot and what's not. And sometimes you get that good shot 5 seconds into the possession. Sometimes you get it off that first pass. Sometimes it takes a long time, but you just have to know where a good shot is and a high percentage. Look, a 3-point shot could be a high percentage as long as you're not forcing it. There's not a man in your face. And we've seen some good looks from downtown from Beech Grove. They've gotten 2 to go. I think they're 2 of 5 from deep.
You know, some players, though, as that second free throw is good, they have a difficult time deciding what is a good shot and deciding, should I take that shot or pass it up?
Well, it's back of your mind, right? Like, if I shoot this and I miss, am I going to go to the bench? And nobody wants to go to the bench. So your mindset as a shooter, it just has to be, I'm putting it up. I have faith that I'm going to put it through the basket. And I think we had a moving screen there.
Yeah, they got Sowell on the foul. So now a turnover. That'll be 6 against Beech Grove. So after a 16-15 opening quarter, we played 2 minutes and got 1 free throw.
Yeah, no, it's been slow here to start the first 2 minutes or so of this second quarter, and I think Chatard's kind of content of saying, you know, we're gonna go slow. We're gonna try to move you around a little bit. If we get a good look 30 seconds into the possession, we get a good look 30 seconds into the possession.
By the way, Cash Moore has not scored. The ball loose in the baseline. Here's Moore from 3, and he finally gets on the board here in the second.
Knocks one down, and that's all it takes is one.
Now a 5-point lead for Bishop Chatard. The drive and kind of a wild shot on that one.
Yeah, I think there might have been some contact that maybe wasn't called there, but led to kind of the wild shot. He's a little bit off balance, and Chatard is going to try to push this thing, but a nice job getting in the passing lane, deflecting the pass, and, you know, play like that right there where you deflect the pass out of bounds is not going to go down on the scorebook as anything, but that stopped the possession. That let Beech Grove, that entire possession, whose defense was kind of backs against the wall moving, to just slow down and reset. So sometimes those are deflections that you say, oh, he should have had it. Well, there, it resets their defense, which they much needed because they've kind of been on the ropes defensively when Chatard pushes it in transition.
Well, we're still waiting for Beech Grove to get their first points of the quarter.
Can we close the doors?
No.
maybe there's a draft coming in, but, you know, I just don't think that bodes well.
Tomlin missed the shot and a turnover, and the reverse layup no good. Rebound inside, and a Well, I tell you what, an elbow thrown that time by Connor Murphy. Everybody's kind of looking around, wondering why there wasn't.
So I've watched this ref on TikTok. He believes in his calls. He teaches. I like it. But there was a major elbow there. I totally get the argument from Coach Sanders there from Beech Grove.
I knew a butt was coming somewhere. Yeah. Here's Cash Moore on the drive and missed it short.
Yeah, just got a little bit too far under. His speed was there, and he just looked up, and he was, oh, no, I'm a little bit too far under. Nice shot here. Doesn't go, but I do like the look from deep there. You had a good look at it.
You know, the player who got elbowed, I think it was Taekwon Lee, and then did you notice on the rebound he took another shot at the other end? Tough night for Taekwon.
Yeah, Taekwon's going to have some red marks when he wakes up tomorrow.
By the way, Connor Murphy out of the lineup. You know, we did that game against Washington. He was really good off the bench in that contest. 5-point lead as we're coming. Transportation needs. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 317-396-1023.
Beech Grove needs to set up here offensively in the half court, get a good look at the basket with more, and they turn it over. With more on the bench, their offense has just kind of gone to, for lack of a better term, winging it.
Yeah.
Hoping somebody can get a screen and get open. Hasn't happened here, and I'm getting a timeout if I'm Beech Grove.
Great body position down low by Alexander Lake. He's able to lay it in. We'll take a timeout and remind you that tonight's game brought to you in part by Dynamark. If you're looking to elevate your brand, choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service. For more information, give them a call, 317-328-2555. It brings the question now with Beech Grove struggling on offense, do you bring Bishop Moore back in with the 2 fouls and at least try to keep him out of a third, or do you just keep him on the bench for now?
You know, they've been really good out of the timeout. We saw it twice in that first half, that first quarter, They came out of the timeout. They got good looks. They got, they went on a quick 6-0 run in that timeout to tie it early in the first quarter. I think you keep him on the bench, and you hope that you get a couple buckets here. But if you get to the 2-minute mark and you haven't scored, or you've only put up 2 points and you're down 10, I think you put him in for the last 2 minutes or so of this first half.
So Beech Grove looking for points, and we've got a foul call that's going to go against Evan Tommen.
Well, we talked about how good they've been out of timeouts. A great draw up there by Coach Sanders. You get the player coming off the screen, get him going towards the rack. He goes with the up and under, opposite hand, almost gets it to fall. But he'll go to the free throw line for 2 attempts here, and much needed, because the way to get back in basketball games is to get to the free throw line.
And with that clock off, you're able to score some points. That'll be the 3rd point by Tyrus Reed. We mentioned again, it's a Beech Grove team that their best shooter's on the bench right now at 49% because he's so good down low. But they just don't shoot it well from the outside.
Yeah, and they have done a good job of not falling in love with that 3-point shot, right? So earlier in the second quarter, remember they knocked down back-to-back threes. They didn't settle for that. And a nice steal here. And again, right out of the timeout, they go on a little bit of a run. Going to be on the ground. Good call there.
That's A.J. Priami picking up his 2nd.
And they've been great out of the – I would get more in here because you're under the basket. They've been great under the basket so far, and they're not going to. But look for the backdoor screen here. They've ran it twice out of the inbound underneath. One led to a basket, one led to a wide open look that he left short. But look for a little bit of a backdoor screen here up top. They ran this with Moore last quarter. This time just couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, he got blocked on the way up. It was McCormick, or actually Alexander Lake, who gets credit for the block.
You know, if I'm Chatard, I'm up 5. You've got 3 minutes left. I'm not saying hold for the last shot, but I'm saying let's slow it down as they put up a 3 that was contested.
I guess he's not listening. Huh?
But you want, to get his to get as many opportunities as you can with more on the bench, and a nice bucket there to answer. So a quick 4-0 run out of the timeout for Beech Grove.
Anthony Huff, I believe, at the other end of the floor. That is Huff's 5th point of the night. So they finally get their first bucket, but it took them under the 3-minute mark to get their first basket.
We'll have to ask Coach Sanders if he just wants to come out of a timeout or an inbound play every time, because that's how Beech Grove has scored a majority of their points. Nice kick out here for 3. Probably not the player that you wanted to take it, but nonetheless a good look.
Drive to the basket, and we've got a blocking foul, and that will send Taekwon Lee to the line.
So a nice bounce back here, a small sample size, but a 4-0 run for Beech Grove on this mini run. They can push it to a 6-0 run here from the free throw line. They've done a good job of getting to the basket and getting to the free throw line.
R.A. Som picks up the foul, his first, and a missed free throw there by number 11, Lee.
Have you ever seen this is the first time I've seen a colored, is that a Evolution basketball? I've never seen the coloring with the blue on it.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I kind of noticed that earlier that it had it on there, but kind of interesting.
Ben's been shooting on the garage with one, he says.
Wow.
We like it.
Is that brand new as far as okay. Wow. Guess I haven't seen it before. But
do kids still do it? I did know as a kid you had like the indoor ball and the outdoor ball.
Yes. 3 missed by Moore. But if I have a really good outdoor ball, I'm not taking it outside.
No. My nephews, who one plays JV, one's on the 8th grade team, we get our shout out to Five Below, because you can get the cheap rubber $5 NBA balls that you know are going to get left in the rain, sleet, and snow, and ran over by 3 cars and kicked around. So we do at the house in Northwest Indiana.
There you go.
Yeah, a little travel there.
So Tyrus Reed, that'll be the 9th turnover.
Yeah, I didn't see who had that last free throw. It was Lee. Gotcha.
So the lead has been cut down to 2.
And as we mentioned, remember I said, hey, if I'm Chatard, I'm going to slow the basketball down. And I'm going to try to get some really good looks with more on the bench. And since then, they jacked the 3, and it has been a 5-0 run for the Beech Grove Hornets, which was once a 7-point lead. The most for Chatard is now cut down to 2 with $1:32 to go. So they've allowed Beech Grove to gain a little bit of confidence and momentum with their best player on the bench.
Inbound to McCormick. Cashmore deep in the corner. That last play, if Ari Som just pulls up and shoots it in the lane, you know me and my mid-range jumpers.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the midi.
Down low, and the shot partially blocked. Lake can't get it to go.
Just not strong enough. Wanted to get bailed out by a foul, it looked like. And a great save here on the miscommunication. All right, you're in a minute, right? Hey, look, our best player's on the bench. We're down 2. Let's slow it down. Let's not force anything. Let's kick it back out here. And if it's not there, let's reset.
Baseline drive, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Taekwon Lee.
You're in a hurry to go nowhere, right? You got a minute left. Now you're going to give Chatard more than likely a 2-for-1. I know there's no shot clock. I understand that. But the way Chatard has been shooting the basketball, they've been going quick on their possessions, even though I've said they need to slow it down. If I'm Chatard here, I'm going to say, hey, look, we're going to go get one quickly at the rack, because what they haven't done is gone down low with Moore being on the bench.
Yeah.
You got to go down low, get some back screens, and get some easy lay-ins.
Chris Shields, by the way, he's my assigner working tonight's game.
Oh.
He's the one that called that last offensive foul.
So let's see how they play it here. 40 seconds to go.
Cashmore.
Again, if you have something, take it. If not, at 30 seconds, I'm not opposed to going for the last bucket here.
Chris Hill in the
Don't
corner.
like that.
Pull-up shot, no good. Lloyd unable to come away with it.
It's a game of it's a possession game, right? Especially when you're down 2 or you're up 2.
Drive down the lane.
I think he was a little out of control there. Was it out of bounds? Yes. So again, I'm substituting here. I'm putting Moore in. I'm running the exact same play I've ran twice, where you throw it up to the rim here. They're not going to. I would have subbed him in.
Yeah, that would have been a safe play, right?
Yeah, I'd sub him in right now. I'd sub Moore in. And I'm going to risk that in the next 14 seconds he doesn't pick up his 3rd foul, but I'm going to get a bucket at the rim, at least a high percentage look to take this in the halftime tied. But that's why I'm that's why I'm an announcer, I guess, not a basketball coach.
Yeah. You could be. There are openings out there for you.
Call me up.
Here's a shot from the corner, in and out. 5 seconds, plenty of time. Driving, and the ball loose in the corner, and time runs out as the ball goes out of bounds. And so we have made it to halftime. Your thoughts on the first half?
Yeah, I mean, back and forth basketball game, right? Chatard comes out, leads 6-0. Beech Grove answers it on a 13-6 run. They take the lead. But we talk about finishing quarters and what teams have the momentum going into the end of the quarter. Chatard got a bucket right before the end of the first quarter. There they finished strong after Beech Grove went on a mini 5-0 run to get it within one. Back and forth, entertaining contest, low scoring. I think we kind of thought that that's what it was going to be. Maybe a first to 40, first to 45 type contest. Beech Grove's done a great job of answering. Coach Sanders has used his timeouts well to stop momentum. I think we're in for a good one to finish this thing off.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. Give them a call, 765-446-1502. Halftime score, Trojans lead at 22-20.
Brian Chrisman joins me today. And Brian, talk a little bit about the winter and Wheeler Mission and how important it is for people to help Wheeler Mission, because winter means homeless and homeless means people in the cold. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we really serve a lot of people year round, no matter what the weather is, right? And so we serve anywhere from 700 to 900 people who are experiencing homelessness every single night. But when winter hits, that can become life or death. So if you're stuck out in the cold, happens every year. IMPD will find people out in the cold and encourage them to come in. But if they don't catch them in time, I mean, again, life and death. And so it's vital that our doors are open. And so we do that. Our staff shows up every day to make sure our doors are open. We serve 1,000 meals a day plus every single day. That's a nice, warm, nutritious meal. Donors provide that. Donors provide our food, coffee, something hot to drink. You know, donors provide that. So there's a lot of opportunities to get involved at Wheeler to make sure we can get through winter, or to work at Wheeler. We need staff, and so we're always looking for staff to get us through the winter time. We spread ourselves thin during winter, making sure that anybody can find space, and so we have bed capacities. For sure, but we go beyond that every winter to make sure that the city has an option for people who are experiencing homelessness in the dead of winter.
Schools out there that are watching this program with our reach, maybe they want to do a sock drive, or they want to do a sweatshirt drive. They can contact our office at IndianaSRN, or they can contact you. Where's a contact, or who would be a contact that maybe we want to do a sock drive? I think that would be a great idea for SRN to start one of those sock drives. How would that? What does that look like?
Yeah, so if you go to wheelermission.org, we have our needs lists that are right there on our website. Those change sometimes in the winter, but there are some needs that are pretty much continual when it comes to hygiene items, when it comes to warm items to get us through the winter. So when you're talking about coats, especially bigger sizes for people that come through, we want to make sure a lot of people that come to our mission, they come with the clothes on their back, right? And so we need to make sure they have something to wear during their stay with us, which could be for a few weeks, could be for a couple months. And so go to our website, wheelermission.org. You can donate directly there, whether it's a financial donation or you can look at our needs list. You can even find drop-off locations. You can drop it off at some of the barns that we have around the city, or come right down to Wheeler Mission, drop it off right there. But we need this community's support. So greatest thing about Indianapolis is it is a generous community.
Yes.
It is a community that steps up when there's a need. And there's 1,700 homeless individuals in our community. That number has risen 5% just over the last year. Wheeler Mission is the main place for those individuals to go, has been since 1893, over 130 years. And so support that ministry so that those doors can be open, making sure that every man, woman, and child that needs to come inside can come inside and not only get warm, but get nutritious meals, food, shelter, and care. And so beyond that, we take them through a whole journey of program to make sure that they come out our back door different people. But the first things first, right? Get them fed and get them warm and get them safe.
Since it's basketball season and we cover over 300 games a year on IndianaSRN, we challenge our basketball teams and our basketball programs to get involved. There are meals that need to be served. Tell our teams out there how they can help and serve meals.
Yeah, no better way to really open your eyes to the community's needs than to stand in front of people who are desperately in need and hand them a meal, hand them what they're asking for that day. So great group opportunity is to volunteer at Wheeler, Michigan. You can go to wheelervolunteer.org. You can sign up a group. It can take an hour and a half to come down and serve a lunch. You can get 12, 15 people involved in that, a dinner. Come down either at our men's shelter or our women's shelter. It's a really cool experience for teams, not only to help in a way that you're making a difference, but to see the people that you're helping, right? To hand a meal to someone and smile and say hi to someone literally in their darkest moment, right? So
best assist they can ever make.
Oh yeah,
is to serve a meal.
That's a good point. It's a slam dunk.
It's a slam dunk, exactly. For IndianaSRN, this is Keith Myers.
Back here at Bishop Chatard, a very low-scoring second quarter. We had just a combined 11 points between these two teams, and that's where we sit at halftime, 22-20 for Beech Grove. They were led by Bishop Moore with 7 points. Anthony Huff had 5. Taekwon Lee with 4, and Tyrus Reed with 4. By the way, Bishop Moore had to sit a lot in that second quarter because of 2 fouls. On the other side for the Trojans, they were led by Chris Hill and Evan Tommen, each with 5. Cash Moore with 3, Ari Sam with 3, Zanir Lloyd with 3, and Alexander Lake finished with 2. Halftime score, Trojans lead at 22-20.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Bertner Electric Incorporated provides professional commercial electrical contractor services to Indianapolis and surrounding communities. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years, our knowledge and experience make us the perfect choice for all your commercial electrical contractor needs. Contact us today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as...
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Officially Human. Their mission is to restore respect to game officials and recognize them as authorities on the field and the court. Do your part and practice good sportsmanship. If we don't have officials, we can't play. Beech Grove, only 5 points, Tony, in that second quarter. As we mentioned, it took them a while just to get their first basket. Anthony Huff scored it under the 2-minute mark. So now they got to find a way, number one, keep Bishop Moore in the ball game. That's going to be a big key. He had all 7 of his points in that first quarter. So how do you see them keeping him in and then, of course, getting back into the offensive flow of things in the second half?
Yeah, he was on the bench most of that second quarter, and Beech Grove still ended it on a 7-2 run. They trail by 2 at halftime, so you're going, well, we're only down 2. We were down 6 early. We've been down by as many as 7, but we've been able to impose our will, and we've been able to do it without Moore on the court. So now you're going to get him back, and some of those looks that maybe didn't fall down low, Bishop will be able to hit. As far as Chatard goes, it's been kind of lackadaisical, right? They got out to a hot start, slowed things down. They've turned over the basketball, but they have gotten second chance opportunities. You got to make the most of those. And this is Captain Obvious of me, but this could get down to who's going to make their free throws. The refs, viral ref, Rob, our guy, they've done a great job tonight. It's been a fairly officiated game. They've done a great job allowing these kids to play. But it's going to come down to who can stretch out leads via the free throw line. I think we're set to go down to the wire in this one.
You know, the other thing about Bishop Chatard, and there's a couple of times here where They could have stretched that lead a little bit if they could have. I know offensively they're not as explosive as they would like to be, but you almost feel maybe they missed opportunities to maybe get this lead into double digits and keep it there.
Yeah, there was a couple times we saw, I think, 2 fadeaway buckets from right inside of the three-point line, just not high percentage looks that you want to be taking when you're trying to stretch out a lead. But give credit to Beech Grove. They've done a really good job of coming out of timeouts and stopping momentum, getting good looks. They've had an answer every time Chatard's gone on a run. As far as Chatard goes, though, take advantage of second chance opportunities and get into the paint and go after Bishop Moore. If he gets another foul or two, he's going to be right back on the bench. So you got to go at him, go to the lane, force him to collapse and foul you, and if not, dish it off if you're double teamed to the open layup.
All right, here we go, and we're ready for our next 8 minutes of basketball. Beech Grove will have it to begin this third quarter. See if the offenses can pick up here in the third. They did not, either team again in that second quarter. And again, Bishop Moore begins this second half of the basketball down in the low block. Contact, basket good. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, and this will be his second three-point opportunity of this game, and they go right back to him. He goes strong. He goes confidently to the basket, gets
rebound, but then threw it away. First turnover of the second half.
And I believe that's 4 for Chatard in this game. So they've done a pretty good job of limiting turnovers, but Moore, I think, has a good look there, misses it, kind of fading away a little bit off balance, but I think Bishop Moore is thinking, I'm going to take over this game.
Rebounded by Murphy as we head back the other way. Cash Moore is held to 3 points. So far, he's averaging 13.
Too many people for Chatard on one side of the basket. You know, when you got 4 on one side, you got to start moving. They move there, they go down low.
How about that shot with the left hand by Murphy?
Yeah, good look. Don't need to fade on that. I think if you go up strong, you're going to have a chance to either put it in or be fouled. But they quickly turn the basketball right over.
As we head the other way. Good. As we head the other way. Good look out front to Som. Drives with the left hand, missed it.
You know, I think if you're Chatard, and we've seen it, Troy, you've seen it, I've seen it, we've called it out in that first half. The communication. There's been multiple times, and really on both ends, but for Chatard, there's been a player wide open. You've got to find that wide open player. If you're double teamed, that means somebody is open.
So it'll be Beech Grove basketball leading it by 1, and now we're watching Bishop Chatard unable to get points early in this third quarter. Good look at Reed.
Kind of the way that Beech Grove started that second quarter, and a nice run here, back-to-back buckets to go up 3, the largest lead for the Hornets.
Yeah, 5-0 run and a foul call. If they got Bishop Moore, and they did, it's his third.
And now what do? You've got 6:07 left in the third quarter. Do you trust him to stay out there?
No, I go shake him, but he's a freshman too.
Yeah, he's going to learn, and it's like, you know, and it's hard to teach that. You have the size advantage. You want to get your hand in the passing lane. You want to get that block. And sometimes you just make contact, and that's 3 fouls. Great job there. Great defense. He knew he was under the basket too much. Go up with it, and he puts it off the bottom of the backboard. So great defense there without fouling.
Yeah, Tomlin had a terrible angle to the basket. Now Beech Grove on a 5-0 run to begin the quarter.
Yeah, we need to see more movement here offensively for Beech Grove. Everybody's just kind of standing around. Coming to the basketball.
Yeah, a lot of times that just doesn't
happen. 2 players run into each other.
Yep. And the shot's going to be missed.
Yeah, just too much standing around. Get into an offensive set and run something, and that leads to a transition bucket.
Ari Som on the board, and they almost went 3 minutes without scoring.
Yeah, Som's got 7. He got the scoring starter in this one for Chatard with that 3. But yeah, when you get into this half-court set, if you're Beech Grove, you got to move the basketball, and you got to come to the basketball. Too much dribbling. You pick up your dribble, you're double-teamed, and it's led to turnovers. So there just needs to be more movement. Let's get some back screens going. Let's get some down screens. Let's communicate. Let's get something going towards the rim.
To the 5-minute mark. Still a 1-point ball game. Soul.
Too much picking up with the basketball.
Well, that could have been a travel right there.
Indecisive.
Ball loose. goes out of bounds, and it'll stay here with the Hornets, so they were very sloppy in that possession.
Yeah, just communication really hasn't been there this quarter. Obviously, they went on that 5-0 run to kind of start things to take the lead, but the last 3 possessions have ended with turnovers. Let's see if they can get a good look at the bucket here.
Good look there at Tyrus Reed. 6 points.
Not the guy you want to have the basketball dribbling it up top.
Lloyd is checked back in now for Bishop Chatard. They go down low on the miss there by Moore.
Yeah, good look on the spin by Moore. Just couldn't get the kiss off the glass there.
This will be Lloyd. And the ball's knocked out of bounds. Good hands there by Taekwon Lee.
Beech Grove has been very aggressive in the passing lanes. They've gotten deflections. I talked about it early in the second quarter. These are the things that allow you to stay in basketball games and to steal momentum, is the deflections, getting in those passing lanes, making Chatard uncomfortable on offense. Let's see if they can get a defensive stop here.
O'Kelly back in now for the Hornets. McCormick is checked in as well. And we got a foul out front. Looks like they'll get Lee for his second. Don't forget, sports page tomorrow. High school, college, pro sports every day. Check it out, IndianaSRN.org, and click on the sports page tab. Timeout, 25-24.
Calling officials cheaters or corrupt.
Insulting referees.
Threatening officials.
Berating young umpires, learning the ropes.
Violent language in the stands.
Screaming at a referee in the parking lot. It's not a game.
You want a piece of equipment you can trust, one that's easy to use. No matter the size of the job, you want to create a feeling worthwhile, something you can use for every job. For over 60 years, Reynolds has been a community staple, ensuring our customers powerful implements, top quality care and service. You need something that's in it for the long haul. Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer, today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
I know we have high school basketball, but Tony, I noticed earlier wearing your Notre Dame jacket, so you're probably pretty pumped up for tomorrow.
Well, I'm kind of in the same position you were a year ago, right? You're a big Michigan guy. Michigan wins a national championship. Notre Dame has a chance. I've only seen them play the national championship once in my lifetime. So big one tomorrow night against Penn State, a team that I've seen play in the Big Ten championship game. So good time of the year, right? A lot of basketball from the college to the pros to right here on the high school level on IndianaSRN. So getting ready to wrap up the college football season.
Playoff has been, I think, successful.
Yeah, I think, a couple tweaks here and there. But first year, not too bad, and that's his fourth. After a low-scoring second quarter, Beech Grove has fought their way back to now a 3-point lead, and only 2 points in this third quarter with 2:43 to go for Chatard. Second free throw good. Tomlin's got 4.
Yeah, only 3, but 9 in the second half.
Yeah,
so can't get it going.
Beech Grove doing this with Moore on the bench. Bishop Moore, their lengthy center, who has 10 points on the night, is on the bench in foul trouble with 4.
Scramble for the loose basketball. Tony wanted a travel, no whistle. Block shot, and the ball loose on the baseline after Sol missed it. Baseball pass to the other end. Cash Moore, the kick out, the 3 no good as Priami can't get it to fall.
Let's point out one thing. Cash Moore, what he just did right there, to settle in, stop, and find the open play, you can't teach that. That's a great play by Cash Moore. The bucket just didn't go. But he gets in. There's 3 guys in front of me. Stop, look, find the open player, pop, shot, didn't go. But a great job there by Cash Moore. On the other end, Beech Grove, bunnies, they're right there.
Yep.
Grab the basketball. Get under control. Lay it off the glass. You don't have to put everything in, swish. Lay that thing off the glass when you're underneath it.
Priami just picked up his 3rd. He's out of the ball game. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Family Source Insurance. Pat Cherry is your independent agent representing Ohio Mutual Insurance. For more information, give him a call, 317-894-7000. The drive down the lane. Nothing there for Lee.
Great drive. Great drive.
Lee got it back, laid it in. He now has 8.
Yeah, great job there. Just quick decision-making, and that's something that Beech Grove has struggled with tonight. Quick decision-making. They get the turnover here on the opposite end, but a great job there. Grabs the basketball straight to the attack, goes up through 2 defenders, and lays it off the glass for the bucket.
And, of course, now the Trojans really struggling on offense again. They only had 6 in the third, only 3 here in the second, and 3 here in the third.
Yeah, and I think if you're Beech Grove with more on the bench, I want to see a little bit of tempo here. And not a good pass there.
Went in close.
Yeah, you will definitely want that one back.
Here's a 3 the other way, good, and they needed that one. Ari Som.
Yeah, Som's second tray of the night. They needed that to cut it to a 1-point game. But Beech Grove, I think you want to go a little bit of tempo in this fourth quarter. When we get there, obviously. Nice bucket here.
Nope, with the left hand, can't get it. That'll be Sowell.
Yeah, I think Coach Sanders is going to look at the tape, regardless of how this one plays out, and say, you know what? We could have won by 5 by finishing down low, or we could have won the game by finishing down low. They've had too many good looks right under the cup and not been able to score.
The turnaround shot off the glass, good by Alexander Lake.
Yeah, great job there by Lake getting the bucket, using his size, and putting it home.
He now has 4. Could be the final shot right here for Beech Grove as they trail it by 1. Nice pass inside the block shot. Lake got the block, the tip of the buzzer, good.
And they're going to count it.
Yep, it'll be. Who got that one at the buzzer? 24?
I believe it was 24.
Yeah, it's going to be Sowell. So he finishes out strong. As you see him there, get it blocked, got it back twice, and able to put it in. We head to the 4th.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by Aspen Creek Grill. Delicious food, great service. If you're looking for amazing servers, don't forget you can check them out. Aspen Creek Grill, 866-885-3249. Of course, that'd be the place to be tomorrow night to watch Tony's Fighting Irish.
The Irish, baby. Ben, are you an Irish guy? No, yeah, you're an IU guy. Didn't know if you're a Flip Jacket fan or not. Turnover right off the bat here. Troy, this was going to come down to who can maintain the basketball, who can get good shots, and ultimately in a 31-30 game, this is going to come down to who can make free throws.
Wide open in the corner for 3, up and good.
Huff, his second.
Anthony now with 8 points.
4-point lead, largest of the night for Beech Grove, all with Bishop Moore on the bench.
That is huge. Dribbling down on the baseline, goes out of bounds, DeJuan Rudolph.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers to start this fourth quarter.
I had Bishop Chatard for 11. So
yeah, and look, Beech Grove's thinking, we're better right now. We're a lot better. We're getting good looks. Our best players on the bench, and we're still up by 4. And you got to think, as low-scoring as the second and third quarters have been, a 6, 7, 8, 9-point lead is huge and almost insurmountable in this one. Great extra pass there.
Wide open. It is a 3.
Whoa!
In and out by Huff.
Spins out, offensive board, foul.
Oh. Taekwon Lee able to pick it up off the floor, and foul's going to be called against DeJuan Rudolph.
I like the 3 ball. It was a good extra pass, a good look. For Coach Sanders, you're going, all right, can't be mad at that. Ball spins out. but a great job offensively by Lee, getting the rebound corralled, going up strong, earning a chance for 2 at the free throw stripe.
Quan Lee, 5 in the second half. He now has 9, as we will see Evan Tomlin come back in. They got to get some offense from somebody. 16 points in the first quarter, 14 cents.
Yeah, no, it's been few and far between for Chatard. Not being able to score with the tallest and best player defensively for Beech Grove on the bench.
When do you bring him back?
If you have a lead like this, I mean, you're okay with him sitting there. I think you leave him in until this gets to a 1-point or tie ball game.
Entry pass down low, and a foul call will put Alexander Lake at the line. I saw Chris Shields pointing up.
Yeah, I thought that might have been on the floor, but Lake's going to earn himself a chance at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line. O'Kelly picks up the foul. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Wheeler Mission. For over 131 years, Wheeler Mission has been a pillar in the Indianapolis community, providing help, hope, and healing to people in need. If you'd like more information or to volunteer, give them a call at 317-686-6239.
Yeah, I think if you see Chatard continuing to do what they did in this possession and going down low and trying to get position down low, that's when you go ahead and bring Bishop Moran off the deflection. I think it's going to stay here with Chatard.
Good hustle, though, by Tyrus Reed. Tried to run that down on the baseline, but stepped out of bounds. By the way, Trojans have gotten only 3 points out of Cash Moore tonight. Here's a 3 on the way, no good. That was Moore who missed it. Another offensive opportunity. Moore put it on the floor, and
great call.
Out
great
of
call.
bounds is Beech Grove.
Yep, great call. Right there on top of it. Great job by the refs. And this game is, it's the tempo starting to pick up. The intensity you can feel is starting to pick up, and you know, if you're Chatard, you don't want to walk out of this gym 2-7. You want to get this victory. You've been in control for most of that first half. Beech Grove took over in the third. You got plenty of time here with 6:15 to go, and Beech Grove's best player on the bench to get good looks and get right back into this game. I know you're only down 4, but scoring has been few and far between here for the Trojans.
Cash Moore got blocked from behind. We'll see Chris Hill come back in. Priami sits down. So far, just a single free throw by Bishop Chatard in the fourth.
And you wanted to go through Cash Moore saying, great pass there. Excellent pass. Quick decision, down low, off the glass, cut it to a 2-point game.
Tomlin now with 8. And we have not seen Bishop Moore come back in yet. I would imagine, though, you're going to have to see him pretty soon.
That 4-minute mark, I think, is probably what you're looking for. And you're telling him before he checks in, great job down low right there. Got the position and the bucket.
Back to a 4-point lead. Basket was by Sowell. He now has 4.
Yeah, he's had 4 huge baskets here in this second half.
37-33, Cash Moore.
Yep.
Yeah, they're going to get you every time you try to reach through a guy.
Yeah, I mean, that's an obvious call right there. You're trying to reach through. You're being aggressive, trying to get the deflection. That's his 4th foul. And here it comes, 5:19. And I think you had to do that because Lee picked up his 4th.
And if you're Bishop Chatard, do you go after him?
Yeah, I think you go straight down low, and you bring Lake across right now, and you try to get him the basketball down low. Reset, Lake down low. I think you got to go inside out to him.
Tommy gets it out now to Moore. Oh, my.
Got a little bit too cute there.
12 turnovers now for Bishop Chatard. Why make that pass?
Yeah. If you're Beech Grove, I'm slowing it down. Let's just chill out a little bit. Let's get a good look. Oh, a little behind the back. Don't need it.
Wide open in the corner. The
Not
3
the guy you want to shoot.
In and out.
Sorry, he's 0 for 3 tonight from downtown. Not the shot you want. Let's set it back up. It's a possession game at this point. Let's slow it down.
Tyrus Reed felt it, though. He felt it.
Yeah, there we go. Let's slow it down. Let's get a little pick and roll action here.
Foul call on Cash Moore.
There you go. I like I didn't like the three, but the offensive rebound and the slowing the tempo down there, great coaching by Coach Sanders. Let's settle down here. We're up 4, which honestly Troy kind of feels like 8.
Yeah. Yeah, Bishop Chatard has just struggled so much in the second half. Tony's helped count if you could see him here.
It was close.
It was close.
All right, now let's slow it down. Let's get it back up top to the guard. Somebody come get it.
Yep.
And we're going to timeout.
It's going to be a full timeout, 4-point lead.
Hey, thanks for joining us tonight. We consider it a privilege to have you as one of our listeners and viewers. If you'd like to see more content just like tonight, just hit the donate button. Every dollar that you donate will go right back into more games right here on IndianaSRN, which means more games for you. It's IndianaSRN, where you always have a front row seat.
Looking to elevate your brand? Choose Dynamark, your local one-stop shop for all your print, signs, promo products, apparel, and mailing services. Serving Indianapolis for over 50 years. Dynamark, where strong relationships are built through exceptional service.
You always go the week before.
37-33 your score, and we're almost halfway through the fourth quarter.
30-second possessions offensively here for Beech Grove from here on out. Look, let's slow it down. Let's make it a possession-type game. Let's get good looks. We don't need to be in a hurry. Let's not jack up a three-pointer. Let's slow down. Let's work it inside out to Moore, and let's get a high percentage bucket and try to go up by 6 with under 4 to play. How'd they do? Does that sound like I know what I was talking about?
Yeah, I do that. But question is, will they do that?
Yeah.
They might not be Notre Dame fans. You know, they may go against everything you say.
That's true. But if Beech Grove wants to get out of here with this victory, let's slow it down, make it a possession game. You're in control. You have the momentum. Let's get a good look down low. Let's go to Bishop Moore, who has 12 points tonight. 10 points tonight. Let's work inside out to him. Let's not jack up a 3, force something.
Yeah, with it being a 2-possession game, you don't have to score again.
Yep.
But patience.
Yeah, patience, because Chatard has proven that, they're not going to score on back-to-back possessions to tie you up.
This Bishop Chatard team, much different looking than what we saw against Washington.
Yeah, no, they've kind of been taken off their rhythm. They got off to a hot start, but Beech Grove has controlled this second half, and look at this. I love this. This is slow it down. Let's get a good look right there. No, don't shoot it.
A 3 missed in the corner, but the rebound by O'Kelly and the putback, no good by Sowell.
That's 4 straight possessions they've gotten second chance opportunities and haven't been able to score.
They just aren't going to listen to you about that shooting the basketball.
That 3. He's 0 of 4.
Chris Hill got cut off. Skip pass will find Som.
Great move.
He lost it.
There was some contact there. I like the refs letting them play through. Now slow down. Slow down. Let's chill out here. That's a foul. It's okay. So slow down. There you go. 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 Slow it. Great.
All right. Now they're listening.
I like it. Great job, Huff. Let's slow it down. Good job. Coach Sanders is right there saying, hey, I like when the basketball is in the hands of a black jersey right here in front of me. Swinging around. Be strong with your passes here. And let's not go to the bucket until about 2 minutes on this clock if they're going to let us. It's a possession game at this point.
Yeah.
And it has been since that last timeout with 4:38 to go. There you go. They're going to have to start fouling.
Chris Hill. That is the 3rd now, I believe. So they can run some more clock.
Chatard scored 3 points in this quarter.
Yeah.
They've scored 11 points in this half. It was 22-20 Chatard at half.
He had 16 in the first quarter, and they throw it away. Oh, my.
Yeah, just a tough inbound pass there. And now Chatard's going to have to go quick because it is a possession game.
Coach Sanders might lose some of his hair here in a minute.
It's a possession game, and you're running out of possessions. Got to get a high percentage look here.
Cash Moore nearly gets tied up. He's double teamed.
There you go. And
nearly threw it away.
Too much picking up with the dribble. Good timeout here. Just too much picking up of the dribble.
We'll take a timeout. 4-point lead.
At first, me and my mom were struggling. I was trying to pay the bills and trying to take care of my mom at the same time. When I first heard that I can get paid for taking care of my mom, I was kind of skeptical because I had been doing it for so many years without pay. That's when I reached out to Passion to Care. I read all the reviews and I saw that they were #1 in the field. Passion to Care has really, really changed my life. Right now, I take care of my mom 24/7 thanks to Passion to Care.
Tonight's games have been brought to you in part by Highway Safety Services. You do what you do. We'll keep you safe doing it. If you'd like more information, give them a call at 765-446-1502. After the game, the Morales Group post-game show, and Tony will have the Piper Logistics Player of the Game, and then we'll have the Aspen Creek Grill upcoming games headed your way here on IndianaSRN.
Got to get a bucket here. 2:04 left. Beech Grove is going to slow it down, and you still got to foul them, 2 more times before you put them to the free throw line. Got to go quickly here. You want to get a down screen, try to get somebody going towards the basket and try to get a lay-in. There's the down screen. Great job by Beech Grove overplaying the screen in the passing lanes to slow it down, but you got to go quickly here. You got a $1:45 left.
Here's a 3 by Cash Moore. He's been off tonight. Rebound battle for, and they come away with it and score. That's Alexander Lake.
Yeah, Lake's been huge in this second half there. I love the extra effort, the second chance opportunity, and going too quickly goes Beech Grove, and they throw it away on their 11th turnover of the night. But Lake has been huge. He has all of his 7 points here in this second half.
Well, they left O'Kelly so open that he almost felt like he had to take it.
Yeah. Don't need a 3 here. Great backdoor cut. When you're double team, find the open player. Go after him. He's got fouls. Great job there by Bishop Moore. Not fouling, going straight up, using your strength, using your length. And we got to slow it down here. Let's slow it down, Reed. Slow down. I'd get the ball out of his hands. Slow it down.
It was Alexander Lake who missed that shot at the other
Great
end.
move.
Nice spin to the inside. Basket good by Reed.
I stand corrected. A little bit out of control, but got it to go. You're up 4, under a minute. Don't need a 3.
Moore
Good
shoots an air
there.
ball. He thought he got fouled.
Yeah.
He's pleading his case to the official.
There was some contact there. I couldn't tell if it was with the basketball or with the wrist. You don't need a 3. You don't need a 3. I'd probably get a timeout here. Draw something up because you're going to have to foul. No matter what happens here, you're going to have to foul. I'd probably get a timeout, draw something up. But if you have an out of bounds play that you're confident with, I think you want to see a slasher coming at the arc here on a screen.
Almost a dangerous pass too.
You got to go to the rack. Go all the way, buddy. Good
and
bucket.
They do. And it'll be R.A. Som.
Great job by Som.
He's in double figures with 10.
So you trap here, and now you foul. Now you got to foul. They're past the line. You got to foul. You got to foul them.
Alexander was trying to foul.
Foul
there.
now. Foul now. Foul now. There you go. Because you still got to foul 2 more times.
Yeah.
And I think Reed's the guy that you want to foul. As Sowell comes off the court limping.
Yeah, he's shaken up as we'll see Moore stepping back into the lineup. Be careful on this inbound here as O'Kelly will put it in play. Telling the Bishop Chatard bench they got to sit down.
Go that way, yep. I like it. Okay, quick foul. Quick foul. So, and I think that will put them to the free throw line.
Chris Hill picked up his 3rd, and here's your freshman, Bishop Moore.
Yep.
I won't say what he is from the line because I don't want to get in trouble for jinxing him.
He's hit 2 tonight. We'll just leave it at that.
All right. See how the freshman handles it. Averages 12 points per game, has 10 tonight.
If he makes them both, you get back in defense, you don't foul. If he goes 1 of 2 and you're up 3, I think you foul, and you foul again, and you foul again, and you put Chatard on the free throw line to not allow a 3-ball to tie.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout, 40 to 37.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Get a Gator that will get you where you need to go. Something you can get in and go with plenty of space. Be ready to tackle any terrain, large or small. When you choose Reynolds, you choose reliability. A guaranteed great customer experience and relationship from the moment you walk in. Come in and see for yourself or visit ReynoldsFarmEquipment.com.
Down to the wire here at Bishop Chatard, and the freshman Bishop Moore at the line for the second of 2 and a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Lines, fires, and hits it. How about, he was calm right there.
Yeah, knocking both of those down. Don't foul, don't foul. Go right to the cup.
In the corner for 3, missed it.
Didn't need it. Didn't need it. I understand the mindset, but you didn't need it. You did have a good look. So if that ball goes in, you're going, yeah, great shot.
Yeah.
It was a good look.
Reed will go to the line after that miss in the corner by R.A. Somm. The foul was called on Chris Hill.
Reed
hitting some big free throws.
You know, it's easy to put Bishop Moore as your player of the game, but Reed really stepped up when Moore was on the bench offensively.
Yeah, he did.
Although I gave him the runaround for shooting that 3. Cool, calm, and collected, knocks these down to seal it. For Beech Grove, don't touch him. I'd run off the court. I wouldn't even be close to him. Don't even get near him.
Somm for 3, missed it. Put back, no good. Rebound, Bishop Moore, and that'll do it. Beech Grove holding off Bishop Chatard. The final score, 43-37. We'll be back with the Morales Group postgame show coming up next.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
It's time for the postgame show brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Whether you're looking to start a new career or grow your team with exceptional talent, Morales Group is here to help you succeed. Hard-fought win, an ugly game at times here tonight, but Beech Grove managing to pick up their 4th win. Wasn't a really great play ball game either way, and offensively these teams really show that they got some work to do in the shooting department, but nice win by Beech Grove.
Yeah, and I think both teams just reacting with the basketball. There was a lot of dribbling into the corner, picking up your dribble, double team, turnovers. Obviously, at any level of basketball, the team that turns the basketball over the least amount of times is more than likely going to have the best chance to win that contest. And I thought Beech Grove had a great second half. They made a lot of good adjustments coming out of timeouts, taking momentum back. We saw after that 6-0 run to start the contest, it was Chatard got up by 6. Beech Grove takes a timeout, comes back on a 7-0 run to take the lead. And look, they did a lot of this tonight, scoring-wise, defensively, without their tallest player, their best defender, their best scorer in Bishop Moore. And that's why I think Tyrus Reed, with those 10 points, did a great job of kind of filling in while Bishop Moore was on the bench, and that's why I believe Tyrus Reed should be our player of the game.
All right. He is the Piper Logistics player of the game. From warehousing to transportation, Piper Logistics delivers solutions that keep you on the move with efficiency and reliability. Tyrus Reed, the Piper Logistics player of the game. By the way, Bishop Moore had 12, Tyrus Reed had 10, Taekwon Lee with 9, Anthony Huff with 8, and Soul finished with 4. On the other side, Ari Psalm, the only player in double figures for Bishop Chatard with 10. Let's go ahead and check out our upcoming games. Make sure you check out our future schedule. Brought to you by Aspen Creek Grill. We'll be in Seymour coming up on Friday night. Charlestown and Seymour, that'll be a 7:30 tip-off time. Then, of course, on Saturday, HCAC basketball doubleheader, men's and women's. It'll be Transy at Rolls-Hulman. That will be on RHIT.TV. And, of course, also on Saturday, we'll have that Guerin and Heritage Christian game. That game, by the way, I believe on Saturday has now been moved to 4:30 Saturday afternoon. That's going to do it. Thanks to the entire crew. Fantastic job as always here tonight. We want to thank you as well for being with us. Your final score once again, Beech Grove wins it by a final of 43-37. Beech Grove now 4-9 on the season. Bishop Chatard, they fall now to 2-7. Thanks for being with us. This has been high school basketball on Indiana SRN.